Oh, man, it was such a close match as well. Both players really running out of banks. Only Lings surviving at the end.
Yeah. It was a pretty insane game, but guys, we're going to jump into game number 2 now. It's going to be on merry-go-round. We're going into game number 2 between TY and Dark. Down here in the south of merry-go-round in the red, the Terran player, he is TY.
And the Zerg in the top right. It is Dark. Winning that last game. One more will bring him into the winner's match against another Terran.
Yeah.
Both Terrans, actually. Both the potential opponents of his are so damn scary in this matchup as well, Valdez.
That they are, man. That they are. It's going to be intense this entire day. It's why we call it the group of death. Every single player has actually a chance. I would say that Dream has probably the least chance, especially going up against Maru first. He's almost definitely going to be thrown down into that loser's match. And then going up against one of TY or Dark. When you lost to TY, you got 2-0'd in GSL against him. It's not a good place for Dream, I have to say, in this group, but he's still a great player.
It's really a ruthless group. I feel sorry for Dream, because he's been looking so good in recent times, just not in this TVT matchup. Did see a 15 pool go down for Dark, but unfortunately for him, it will be a bit of a waste, as we are seeing the kind of the Reaper expand opening from TY. No CC first, no proxy racks, nothing that early Lings will really be good against. But not too much of a disadvantage either.
One thing I know you like to talk about on this map, Moonglade, is that third base is very hard to take for the Zerg here. Do you think we're going to see this kind of two-base Spire play out of the Zerg?
Possibly. I'm trying to remember exactly what I've seen from Dark in the past. If he kind of prefers that style, or he likes to go for the earlier third bases. In these kind of positions, it's not too bad to get the third base. The harder thing will be the fourth. As you can see, he's got the middle sort of base or the very far left base to take for a fourth base, which is so vulnerable to attacks either from the middle of the map or just from drops in general from the left side.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely right. I guess if the Terran was over there towards the left side of the map, the third base would be a bit harder because you'd be either expanding towards him or like more towards the middle of the map.
Yeah,
but
either way, it's kind of awkward and a bit of a wonky situation.
But here, I guess you can just go towards the north and be okay with it.
Third base should be okay. Third base, it's going to be the story of the fourth on this map. How good that creep spread is. How is the early game gone for Dark?
Yep, and look at this. Low ground CC for TY. Going to get that delayed a slight amount. Not the biggest steal in the world, but he does lose one SCV. Dark committing to 6 Lings.
Yeah. You're fighting a little bit there, and I was wrong about the Reaper expand, actually. It's going to be a faster sort of Hellions with some Reactor Marines.
Getting that SCV once again. Going to delay it a while here. And the last time, all the SCVs were very close to it because they were coming for the defense. But now he's going to bring all the one all the way from the main to start that building now.
Yeah, nice little delay. I mean, 2 SCVs for that is, I guess it's pretty worth it, especially if you're delaying a CC. Not a bad start at all for Dark in this game.
And just little things like that can really tilt your opponent. They can get into his head and make him think, oh no, this guy's already getting some damage done to me. It's barely 5 minutes into the game.
He's already clawing ahead. And delayed gases from Dark as well. About 5-minute gases, essentially. So getting out a Creep Queen before he decides to commit to any gas means, obviously, later Zergling speed. Doesn't really need it, though. More focusing on creep spread. And he's putting down a Roach Warren in just a second. I saw him do it. There we go. Down a case. Now,
okay.
This is kind of cool. This is cool. Roach Warren, Evolution Chamber. Second Creep Queen. Saint ZVZ, mate.
Yeah, I mean, what goes through your mind, Moonglade, when you see this kind of thing? Do you think he's going to look to put on aggression with, like, +1 roaches? That seems kind of strange to me in this matchup.
I think.
Is it just for the defense, putting up a wall against some?
I think it's
some
a wall.
Hellions?
Yeah, I think we're seeing a wall here.
Okay, this makes more sense.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's not going to work against a Medivac that has Marines and a Widow Mine. So pretty much what we're going to see from TY is he's going to go for that Widow Mine drop into the main while he tries to run by with Hellions into the natural, shooting down as many drones as he can. And the units we have for Dark right now is, a couple of extra Queens, 4 Zerglings.
3 roaches do get down there on the production tab, but this is a big drop. He's got to pull those drones.
Yeah, he's going to have to pull those drones quick, smart. The Widow Mine only takes down 1 drone. Extra Queens are coming up to deal with the Medivac. And get the transfuse off.
Ooh, nice transfuse here. Going to micro that back now. This other Queen over here, he's really focusing down that Medivac. 1 more hit will do it.
Takes it.
Now he can get to work on surrounding those Marines here. He's got to be careful about that timing on the Widow Mine.
Yeah, he lost 2 Queens for that engagement, but saves the front of his natural as well. Wait a second, he lost 3 Queens.
3 Queens.
Yeah. Gets rid of that Widow Mine. So, bit of damage there, actually.
Widow Mine, I think, hit a bunch of drones. It went up to 7 kills in total. And we do see 5 drones did go down there on the left side. So, I guess that follow-up attack did more damage than Dark wanted it to there.
Yeah, it seems that way. And looking at what TY has, obviously going for that 3rd CC now. Transitioning into a bit more of a standard game. Double engineering Babe. He's playing greedy from here. And even going in for Cloak, so he's going to follow up with some Banshee harassment. While making a tank as well to kind of help out with his securing of the 3rd base, which isn't a bad idea.
Yeah,
especially if you've seen a Roach Warren.
Of course, but Darky gets a full scout of the base, so he's going to know this is coming. He knows that Cloak is researching as well. And he's got to get in position for this. He does have 1 Sport Crawler in the main. He is making 2 Queens at a time. Now the Banshees are walking in, flying in. The Queens are getting to work here, but 2 Banshees, they do a lot of damage to Queens.
Oh, yeah. They're in a pretty commanding position. Dark taking a lot of damage. And so close. 1 more shot. Get the transfuse off. Now has enough.
Now trying to make her 1 more hit will do it.
Oh,
Takes
he got
down 1 Banshee.
both.
Uh-oh.
He got greedy there. He wanted to take down that Queen instead of trying to get away. Hellions looked for a run by. Roach says no. And that is upgraded Roach. So I wonder if we're going to see Roach Baneling kind of style coming out from Dark at this point.
Well, a guy who likes to be innovative in the matchup. Why not show us a bit more innovation with this, I guess. Do see some changelings in the way of that starport dropping down. Just another slight delay here by Dark.
He's doing what he can. And yeah, now we are seeing him go back into his Zergling upgrades / Baneling upgrades. There's already tanks on the map, which is the problem with this kind of composition. But granted, it's only 2 tanks. It's not the most devastating amount. TY going to be securing his 3rd base in a second. No Spire in production. So a pretty weak composition from Dark. He's either going to have to make something happen with it in some kind of big attack once he knows the 3rd has gone down, or he's going to eventually transition. And there we go. The Spire finally goes down. If TY can identify this early enough, he can be very aggressive with drops. Because no meters on the map means Medivacs rule the skies.
Yeah, I mean, even in that last game, just because Deadwing is such a gigantic map, he was able to find a lot of drops, even with a lot of mutas out on the map. But Merry-Go-Round, not quite the same. If Dark's able to get a decent number of mutas out on the map, definitely going to be able to shut that down. We do see a scan coming down here in the main, but I don't think the Spire is there.
No, the Spire's in the natural currently, next to the natural hatchery. So, doesn't have a full idea of what's going on. Which is unfortunate for him. He could be doing a lot more dropping, that's for sure.
We're now seeing that 4th base being taken here by Dark. We'll see if TY possibly wants to go for a drop there, or will he just go towards the main? Do see some Hellions hanging around here. Some Lings will spot them and even take out 1. Reduce some of that damage.
And this double drop, I mean, what do we have here? We have 2 Roaches in the main base with a Queen. And Ling Bane are kind of in between the natural and third base, so this drop can possibly do a little bit of damage, especially now that the Roaches have moved out of position. A big stim in. You can see a lot of drones go down and potentially a spawning pool.
Here we go. Immediately the Queen gets taken down. Going to focus down the Spore Crawl at the same time, and he may just go for that spawning pool.
Oh, he's going to
exactly
get
what
it.
He's doing.
He's going to get it for sure. And he should be able to get at it with everything as well. Oh, and the Broodlings go down to the Widow Mine hit.
2i looking to possibly follow up drop in the natural here, but some mutas are out now.
Yeah, Muta's finally out in the map. Going to be cleaning everything up, but I feel like that did some pretty sick damage. It's going to be slowing down all the production of Dark's army, getting rid of that spawning pool. Obviously, Needlings.
Now a lot of Dark's army is getting out of position to deal with the main Widow Mines, and 2i may just be able to take out that fourth base at the same time. He's going to focus it down. The Banelings do roll in just in time.
Oh.
Nice Widow Mine hit.
Yeah, very low. 350 HP left in the red. TY with his drops, man, he does a lot of work with them. Still, these Widow Mines in the main base have been left undetected. Creep spread not as good this time around.
Yeah, not quite. A couple of free Queens now out on the map. Possibly trying to spread some creep. +2/+2 is getting close for both players. +2 armor is going to finish first for Dark here. And he is in position now to defend against this.
And this can be getting pretty ugly pretty quickly. The Widow Mine hits are good enough. There's only a few Banelings left. If he focuses them down, this should be an easy cleanup. Ooh, still, Muta's there.
Yeah, Muta's doing a good job supporting this. Going to be able to push it back for now. Even just a small amount of Roaches with the +1 damage are doing some decent work during that entire fight. But it looks like we got another drop coming into the main. A couple Queens, not going to be enough. Where's the defense here from Dark? We see all the drones running away. Some Lings finally coming in here. And this is going to force TY back.
And what are we looking at here? The 2-2 of actually TY's was a bit slower than expected. Normally, Terran will be trying to bang these out as quickly as they can, but he had a bit of delay on them after 1-1 had finished. He was focusing more on attacking than upgrading, so only just now catching up to Dark's upgrades, which could have had a pretty big effect in that last fight. And finally, we are seeing a big move out of TY's army. Moving around the south, I'm wondering what he's planning on doing from here. Still a lot of creep between, I mean, where he is and the natural, but it looks like it's going to be a massive drop. 4 Medivacs.
And all these mutas getting way out of position here are going to fight against a bunch of Marines, but they're not focusing on what the important thing is in here. Huge drop into the main. A lot of these Banelings are coming back in time, but a really nice split already out of TY.
That natural drop split just making things so cool. And it's all behind the mineral patches too, which means it's going to be very costly for Dark to clean up. Cleans it all up, but it costs nearly every single one of his Banelings.
Oh my god.
And that was a lot of Banelings.
He's only left with 9. That 5th base gets canceled at the same time. And is there any defense here? That hatchery is really low.
Good Widow Mine might be the one that saves the day. One Marauder is going to try hero mode this. Not going to get it though. Not yet. Oh,
just look at the micro. This Widow Mine. Oh, some nice hits coming in there, but they will be cleaned up. And that hatchery does live. So he still does have that 4 bases against TY's 3.
Yeah, still losing that many drones means it's not going to be very effective for a while.
Well, he's still up at 81, and he's got a decent bank here.
Yeah, a lot of drones for Dark. Dark choosing to remain on Ling Bane Muta as well. Not planning on going into Hive anytime soon, unlike the last game. Doesn't really have as much breathing room either. Gonna be trying to trade here.
Not the greatest Widow Mine hit there as well, but the Thor's doing a nice job of tanking a lot of hits from the Banelings.
Yeah, absorbed a lot. We are seeing a counterattack.
Uh-oh. There are some tanks in position here.
Yeah, if he sees it soon enough and moves the SCVs, he will. And everything will be safe.
That's a lot of gas.
That is so much gas.
Banelings didn't really do much, but Dark now trying to cut this at the head before it does go onto the creep here. He's just going to push him way, way back once again.
Pretty good trade for Dark, considering he was lacking Banelings that time. Dark actually has a sick bank of gas.
Yeah.
Very surprising considering how many banelings and stuff we've seen go down, but it's because he does have that 7th and 8th gas. A lot of Zergs do forego that gas when they are playing this kind of aggression. And that 5th base for Dark. Moments from finishing.
Ooh, really nice read out of Dark here. He is in position to shut down a drop, but it does seem like TY will slowly slink by, but he will find some damage here on some reactors.
Yep, slowing down the production as best he can. Doing what he can. And oh no, another drop into the 4th base. And it's going to go down this time. Finally, it has been cleaned up.
Another drop in the main at the same time. A lot of those gas drones will go down, but the mutas will be here to clean this up. That Widowmine hit can't be too good. Oh, does go off on a lot of those mutas, but not many of them dying. Another drop coming over here, but it will be cleaned up pretty easily.
And one of the scariest things, Valdez, is that 4th base has landed and is upgrading to a planetary with a few Widow Mines to defend against it. And Dark needs to identify this ASAP, because if Terran gets this down and it gets up and running like it has essentially at this point, the game is going to go for a lot longer. Zerg is really the best bet for Zerg is to try and contain the Terran as best they can, deny any extra bases past 3. Because even 3 is a massive handful to deal with this part of the game. Mooses and Mutas have found it finally, but man, that's going to be a frustrating sight to see from Dark.
Already 3 missile turrets down, plus the Widow Mines you were talking about. That's going to be ample defense for this.
I think we need to see Dark go to Hive now. I think it's about time. The longer this game goes, the less cost-efficient he becomes, fighting on 2-2 against Bio that are 3-3 at this point with Widow Mines that I do believe have the tunneling clause upgrade. It just becomes so much harder. And we are seeing a massive swell of banelings being morphed and more moving towards the planetary, but it got identified quick enough. Bio are moving in place.
Yeah, that was a 6 scan, actually. Another big drop of Widow Mines over here. Not going to get the greatest hits, but already 18 drones are going down. Possibly another drop somewhere on the map that we missed. And like you said, TY has identified this. Huge defense has been moved in position. Stop any push onto that planetary, but it looks like Dark maybe just going for the throat here, going towards that 3rd base.
Oh no. Big Widow Mine hits. And there's 2 tanks still causing big problems at that 3rd base. And this is going to be a very awkward fight, especially off creep. Going to get rid of that Thor. He might actually have enough to clean it up, but still.
Yeah, he had so many banelings in that mix.
Yeah, he took a lot of hits. He might have cleaned it up, but it was an expensive cleanup.
That it was. We do see, though, a huge bank of gas here for Dark. He is making even more drones, even though he's already at 88.
I think he should have gone into Infestors a little while ago. When you have 2.4k, might be time to invest in something a little higher tech.
And you're hurting on minerals.
Yeah.
He's at 101 drones now. I think this is a bit too much.
Yeah,
lid, actually.
I think he might have rage built a few too many drones, man. He was just like sick of losing everything to Widow Mines.
Well, he's going to lose a couple here. This may be a good thing.
I think it might be at this point. Same time, nice. Baneling's dealing with this, but still, the drop from behind the mineral patch is another problem.
I'm like getting frustrated watching Dark have to play against this kind of harass out of TY. It's got to be so annoying to deal with this many drops, this much multitask.
It's incredibly annoying, I can tell you firsthand, Valdez. It's so frustrating when you run into a Terran who is this good at multitasking, this good at doing drops. Once they have that kind of momentum, they can just do this all game long, and it is so cost efficient.
We were talking about how Dark is definitely favored in this matchup, and I think he still is, but TY is making it close, man.
Oh man, all this Ling Bane have been caught out in such an over position. They're going to be trading, not the most cost efficiently though, off creep against a beautiful spread. And the supplies are nearly even at this point, which is horrible for Zerg considering they are behind in upgrades.
Behind in upgrades, ahead in workers as well. So a lot of army supply not going to the a lot of supply not going to the army right now for the Zerg. Looking at trying to pick off some of the units, maybe some medevacs there with the mutas. But this is going to open up another drop for TY towards either the main or maybe that 6th base or 7th base, whatever base that is over there on the high ground. Looks like he's just going to go straight for the main though. Some units are being cleaned up there. And yeah, this looks like what TY possibly is going for. That Hive is about half health. Oh no, he's just going to drop over here.
He's going to drop a couple of casual mines in there, kill about 5 drones. Going to cause a bit of a problem. And now the big drop into the main base While this is all happening, though, that base to the mid left, getting attacked by Thors. Bailing's not going to clean that up. You know, they can, but it'd be the worst idea ever.
Yeah, may have to just let that one go. Not the greatest position there with that high ground right next to it. Really hard to defend.
Yep. There it goes.
Big SCV transfer over towards the left side of the map. And Dark, he is sticking in this game. This is pretty late 3-3 compared to the last game even. And he's just taking more bases in the middle of the map and trying to harass once again in the main towards the production of TY. And he's going to do just that. He's got a very healthy number of mutas here. Looks like about 25 possibly. 26. I was pretty close there.
Yeah, you're spot on, man. He's going to be flying into the main base, looking for orbitals, which isn't a bad idea at this point of the game. Stopping any sort of mule production. Fantastic. Means Terran's going to have to invest a little bit more into the worker count, a little less reliance.
Yeah, and this is also going to push back TY's army and going to stop this drop harass. If you look at the map right now, the one who's doing the harassing is pretty much Dark. There's a small drop over here, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, just stopping the momentum of a Terran in this kind of situation is perfect. You can, like, do so much damage to them that they're forced to take their mind off dropping and just defend, then...
And that's enough mutas to burst down both missile turrets there. And the whole army of TY is very out of position. They're coming over now. He's going to have to repair this whole entire thing. I don't think it's enough mutas here. He's got to get out of there now.
Yeah, he's got to get out. Not with that many SCVs there.
Another drop in the main. That hive getting pretty low. But again, it's not that many Terran units. Not enough, at least.
Oops. Finding a medivac.
Dark's putting on his own show of multitasking right now.
Yeah, defending from all these drops. Well, trying to harass where he can, but he's kind of getting zoned out. Now there's a Thor in the mix, making things even harder.
We finally see that transition into 8 Ultralists. That 3-3 is coming up here, as well as the chitinous plating.
Oh, perfect timing for this, I think.
Oh, man. All these turrets are not yet done.
Oh, he's definitely finding the damage he needs and the space he needs to go into this kind of tech.
TY's army is quite out of position as well. It's finally going to arrive, but that planetary getting pretty low. He has to repair it. Finally, TY's army does get into position. At the same time, it looks like he is dropping that base there on the high ground and denying the mining. 15 drones do go down.
These bases are so hard to defend. There was also a couple of Widow Mines at his 4th base, just destroying all the drones until they finally got cleaned up. And Muta's in a bad position. They're going to be flying over Widow Mine too. Oh, targets it down in time.
Really nice, and he's going for the throat now. A ton of Banelings and Ultralists now going into the main. A huge amount of Widow Mines over on the right. We didn't get to see it. Okay, it looks like it didn't do too much damage there. Now the Ultralists are getting to work there on the right side, whereas those Banelings will be cleaned up. But it looks like Dark has now supply blocked TY, and he's coming over there at the same time with the Mutas. Oh, and he's just doing so much damage right now. The army of TY is not that big and is very split up.
Yeah, he is down 90 supply at this point. Mutas are ravaging that 5th base. And I think TY is out of gas once again. Dark has found his way in once he finally gets to Ultralists. And we are seeing
I'm
the
getting
scans go
chills,
down.
man. GG.
Wow.
That was unbelievable play from both players, I have to say. Ultra back and forth games. Recommend these VODs to your friends if they play either Terran or Zerg, or even Protoss, man, if they're fans of StarCraft. That was insane.
No, that was some sick macro games. It's amazing how well Dark held on to all those drops. So much damage coming in. It's unbelievable. Really fantastic slug matches. And man, I cannot wait for the next match and the match after that. I can't wait to see who Dark's going to be playing next. Whoever Dark plays next is going to be insane.
Yeah, man. We're going to go into Dream versus Maru there in the second match. It's going to be another great matchup, guys. It's going to be TVT. Bit different.
Yum. I love it. And then the winner of that's going to play against Dark, and hot damn, it's going to be good.
I hope that's Maru, man. Even if it is Dream, it should be a good match.
If it's Dream,
because we're going to get to see TY and Maru. So
yeah. And we get to see Dream's TVZ, his specialty, against someone Dark, his teammate and Beast.
That's going to be really interesting. I think we are going to jump to a break first. That is the way of things here down at Star League. But guys, we do have a ton more great games coming your way. That was only the beginning. That was pretty insane to say that as well. But I'm not sure if we're going to go to that break. I'll wait until we get confirmation. We've made that mistake before, Moonglade.
We have. It'll be pretty soon, I believe, Valdez. But until then, we can talk a little bit more about those matches. It really just came down to Doc holding on because I would love to see how many drones he lost by the end of that. Because, I mean,
It's got to be like near 100.
Yeah, at least, right? Like,
yeah.
He just held on. He kept defending. And now we will go to that break, Valdez.
Okay, 3-minute break, guys. We'll be right back with Dream versus Mari.